Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks. Okay, this lighting is terrible. Whoa. Let me try to. Oh, shoot. I gotta figure this out because this lighting is already terrible. And I don't know where my shade is. I've taken a lot of stuff out of my car since I got back from traveling. So I'm gonna have to figure this out. Mm, okay, let's see. Is it better that way? No. Is it better that way? It's a little bit better this way. Hello, whoever's joining. If you're already on with me live, let me know where you're coming from. So today, I am coming to you from a different location than I have been before. And today I am joining you or coming to you from Joshua Tree, California. And Joshua Tree is known for the Joshua Tree National Monument or National Park. Now, let me turn this car off because I don't want it to be running. So Joshua Tree is known for the National Monument, but it's closed right now. They closed it all the way. And what's been happening is, hello, JB from DC. Um, what's been happening is that a lot of people from other parts of California and probably other states have been coming to Joshua Tree. And I don't know if they're not looking ahead of time or if they just don't care, but they're coming here and then they're going up to the Joshua Tree Monument and then they notice the gate is closed and then they're just like straight up just finding places on the side of the road or like in the desert to park. But people live there, like people have houses. And even though people's land, like they have a house and they have land, people are just like, whatever, I'm coming from LA, so I just feel like I can just park wherever I want. And it's like, no, you can't just pitch your tent in somebody's yard. That's just not a good idea. So out here in Joshua Tree, there's been a lot of people coming, and I don't know if they're just like, I don't really know. I don't know if it's just a way to like get out of LA or something. Hey, Snow Panther. I should probably wear my glasses because I can barely see. Um, let's see. So, anyways, I am in Joshua Tree, California, and I did try to drive up closer to like the Joshua Tree Monument entrance just to show you around, but I only had 2 bars on my phone when I was up there, so I didn't think that that was going to be like a good idea because I think it would be way more choppy. So I decided to come down closer to the street, and I'll get out in a little bit to show you because this is still a very cute area in the desert, and there's some really cool things that I can show you just by like stepping out of my car. But I want to wait until a few more people come on. So, hello again. If you're joining me today, let me know where you're from and what you're snacking on. Um, I had already lunch, but I've been snacking on a few things this week. One of the things I wanted to talk about today is my essential snacks because somebody on my last live stream was asking me about snacks, and I always like to talk about that on my live streams. So, one of the essential snacks that I found, like every trip or journey, I seem to get like fixated on one particular snack for quite a while and then it just kind of sticks with me. And like every time I go into a Walmart, I feel like getting it. Now, I've been trying to eat less sugar, but when you're on the road, sometimes you just want like a comfort thing. So I bought 2 things. First, I bought these Reese's Thins. They're dark chocolate. Now, I love dark chocolate, but oh, you do the same, JB? Yeah. I love dark chocolate, and I said, okay, let me give these a try because I'm like super addicted to Reese's. But I don't like these. Like, I don't even like them enough to like want to keep this. So I might just like give this to my mom or dad or something. But like, I don't know. Denver, sipping on an iced mocha. Oh my gosh, I love iced coffee. It's the best thing. So anyways, so I don't like these. So if you guys have tried these, let me know what you think of these. And they're just like, let's see, they're individually wrapped, so you can eat them whenever. But I just don't. They don't have the right proportion of like peanut butter to chocolate. Love the white chocolate Reese's. I haven't tried the white chocolate. Maybe I should try that. But these right here, Reese's sticks. Don't even with me on these. These are the essential, this is the essential snack that I like kept finding myself getting. Like, you know, when you're at the self-checkout at Walmart and, you know, you get your healthy things like your salad and your water and stuff. But then you'd see these right next to the register and I'm like, well, you know, I mean, it's not that bad for you because these are so good. These are like, if you had like a Kit Kat and a Reese's cup and they got married and had a baby, then this is what you would get. And it's so good. And I, of course, got the king size, which is even worse, but I mean, it's so good. So that's what I've been snacking on. And the other thing I want to say is I have this whole packet of like drink mixes. So to get me, like a trick to get me to drink more water is I go to Walmart or Dollar Tree and I buy these little like water packets. And you might be like, yeah, cool, whatever. I've heard of those before. But like, I've tried a lot of different flavors, and the ones that I go back to are the grape. So if you haven't tried the grape, get this one. And hold on a second. Have you tried Reese's Outrageous with Reese's Pieces inside? I also have not tried that because like that seems like a big punch of sugar. For my crunchy peanut butter taste, I'll have a Butterfinger. I love Butterfinger too. That's another one I really love. I'll have to try that Outrageous bar because I've heard other people talk about it, but I feel like it's going to be like extra sugary, which maybe on one of those days where you just want it might be a good bet. Okay, so the grape of these, and then the iced tea with peach. This is like a very delicious flavor. And on my road trip, I found these two flavors at Dollar Tree, which I never knew they even had these, but Arizona iced tea peach. Yes, the peach tea flavor. This is that one and this one, this Arizona. Although I do like the Great Value Walmart one better. But listen, look it. I didn't know this was a thing. I don't know if you could see it. They make A&W root beer packets. It like I was like, how is that going to be a thing? This is just powder. So I put it in water and it does taste like A&W root beer. I don't know how it does it. You're saying what I'm typing? Yes, exactly. I don't know how they do this with the A&W root beer because it tastes like it. Of course, it doesn't have the fizz. It's not going to have the carbonation, but if you just want to have like a little bit of like root beer flavor, you can get these packets. So as you can see, like I try to trick myself. It's not fizzy. It's not fizzy. It's like it's just like a water with A&W root beer powder, but it just tastes like root beer. I don't know how to explain it, but it's good. So this is, I bring this whole bag with me when I'm traveling because it tricks me. Like even now, I have just like a Great Value water and I have the grape in here and it's delicious. So what are you guys snacking on today? How are you guys doing over there with the lockdown? Are you guys on lockdown? Here in California, we're on lockdown. So I've been in the house a lot, but also I've been, you know, take some time to, you know, take a walk or drive around because it just gets like, I don't want to just be sitting in the house all the time. So number one, are you guys on lockdown? And number two, if you are, what are you snacking on? I'd like to know. Also, I probably shouldn't be like snacking so much because I think when you're home a lot, you just tend to be like, oh, I know I just ate, but let's go check the fridge again. Okay, yes, the whole state of Colorado is on lockdown, but no one is taking it seriously and the cops are not enforcing it. Yeah, like, it's kind of mixed because, like, I went to get some more groceries yesterday at Walmart, and I felt that there was slightly less people there, so I think that's kind of good. Yes, they've closed all non-essential businesses in DC and Maryland, not sure about Virginia. Okay, so I think a lot of places are shut down. I mean, obviously the grocery stores are open. Um, I feel like it's mixed because like if I go and take a drive, I see that there's sometimes a lot of people out and sometimes there's not a lot of people out. But out here in Joshua Tree, it seems like there's a lot of people out. Like when I was driving over here, the farmer's market was going. Like the regular Saturday farmer's market. I was actually shocked. I'm like, the farmer's market? I'm like, I was thinking, I mean, I guess they can make a case for, like, it's kind of like groceries. If you're going to go into like Walmart or Stater Brothers, that's like groceries. And the farmer's market is pretty much the same. You know, you're just going from booth to booth. But I feel like it's a little more compact because it's just like the booths are right next to each other and people are getting their stuff. So I was actually very surprised to see that the farmer's market was still going. All right, so let's see what else. There was a few things I want to talk about today. The snacks was the first thing. Okay, here's another thing. Chick-fil-A and Chick-fil-A sauces. First of all, do you guys eat Chick-fil-A? In other countries like Italy, police beat people that are cut with sticks. I didn't see that. Sorry. In other countries like Italy, police beat people that are out with sticks. Oh my gosh, I did not know that. No, no one is on the highways on the positive side. There's no traffic for me to go to work. Yeah, there's like a lot less traffic, that's for sure. I did not know they were beating people. That is serious. That is super serious. Nobody's out here. I haven't seen anybody out like giving tickets. As I say that, I hear like a siren. Phone actually got too hot sitting out here. Okay, so Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. This is the question I have for you guys. Now, I'm a little like, I don't want to say I'm embarrassed, but I just want to say like I didn't know. I didn't know. So, this whole time that I've been going to Chick-fil-A, I didn't even know they had sauces. I just, like, I would use mayonnaise. Like, I'd get the chicken sandwich and put extra pickles and then mayonnaise. I didn't even know they had sauces. Nobody ever told me there's sauces. I don't know how I missed it. Like, I go through the drive-thru typically, and all these years, I didn't know there's sauces. Somebody, like, in the past month just told me, do you like the Chick-fil-A sauce? And I'm like, what's that? No, I'm not playing. I don't want to say I'm embarrassed because, like, if you don't know, you don't know. But how does somebody not tell me? Like, it's been years. How? How do I not know? So now I feel like, even though I've been, like, I don't want to eat meat, I feel like it's my duty to go back to Chick-fil-A and try the sauces. And then I started seeing people talking about the sauces, like, I don't know, somebody else was doing a live stream that I was watching and they were asking about the sauces. And now everyone's like, oh no, you have to get the Chick-fil-A sauce. Somebody was like Polynesian sauce. Somebody said something else about some other sauces. So now I feel like I need to try the sauces. They usually ask if you want any sauce though. I know, but I thought they meant like barbecue sauce. Like, you know, like at McDonald's, you get like chicken nuggets. I'm like, yeah, sauce, like, you know, ranch or barbecue. What is Joshua Tree? Are you saying like what is a Joshua Tree? Like the tree? Or are you saying like what's the town? There's a tree, Joshua Tree. Um, I'll get out and show you. Um, there's a tree, a Joshua Tree, and then there's the town of Joshua Tree, and it's like a small town, and it's in the desert, and there's a national monument. Try the sweet chili sauce. In the title of the video, where I'm at is Joshua Tree. The city of Joshua Tree is where I'm at. Okay, the sweet chili sauce, is it like sweet and hot or just like sweet? Because I don't like anything spicy. But I'm gonna get out and show you this little town because um, it's so cute. So Joshua Tree is about, I don't know, 30 or 40 minutes from Palm Springs, California. And if you don't know where Palm Springs is, that's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours east of Los Angeles. So in California, in the straight desert. So let me just get out for a second. First, okay, so I'm just parked like in this little area, which I'll get out and show you, but before I do, it's kind of the turnoff to go to the National Monument. So they have all these little, like, this place I'm gonna show you right here in front of me is the which I'll show you. It's a little spiced but more sweet. Oh, okay, sweet and sour. Okay, I do like that. I'll try that. Okay, let me turn this camera around if I can see it. Okay, so this is like a little saloon thing, and this is a gift store. So as you come out of the National Monument, you can go in here, and if you look to, I don't know if it's your right or left, but the right, you'll see that there's like showers. So you can actually like pay $5 to get like a 7-minute shower. Over here, there's like this bus, and in front of that bus is the JT Saloon, and that is an actual restaurant. And then look at this place right here. It's a little facade. And I don't know if you can see the over there, this spike tree. That's that right there. But it's cool, huh? Um, can can everybody else hear me, or did I cut out altogether? Can you guys hear me now? Let me know. This lighting is real bad. Let me know if you guys can hear me, because I think what happened is I had to turn my car on. I can hear you as soon as you get in the car. Okay, what happened is when I turned my car on, it tried to connect me to the Bluetooth, my phone to my car, and that's what happened. So let me try it again, because you guys probably didn't hear, but let me turn this around. I don't know how much you heard of that, but that's like a gift store. And then this is just like a little facade, like a Western town facade. And then over here, this is called a Joshua tree. That's the type of tree, is a Joshua tree. And this is just like a cute little place. And then I don't know if you can see this, but I'll turn it around. So right here, this little green building, this is called the world famous Crochet Museum. And if you guys have ever seen those like photo booths from like a long time ago, they bought one of those little photo booths and painted it green, and then they just have people like ladies or men or whatever who crochet to donate like little crochet puppets. Like there's even in there, there's like little crochet like Oreos, tacos, little dolls, like monkeys and puppets, and just like a bunch of different stuff. And it's really cool. And then like in that little area, let me do it again. Like, okay, so there's where is it? There's the Green Crochet Museum, and then like in there, in that little area, there's it's like a art museum, but it's like weird things. Like I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know how to describe it, because I actually made a video on Joshua Tree several months back. It was last year, so you can watch that video. I show you inside the Crochet Museum, and I show you that art museum, and there's like this weird like spaceship pod. From what I understand, it was a piece that was from Burning Man, and they got this piece, and then it's tall. You can climb up this ladder and you go inside. It's like a spaceship. It's weird, but it's cool. And so there's a video I made of this Joshua Tree, and it like I even like show you kind of like this gift store and some other things. While we're at it, if you're on this video, give this live stream a like, because that'll help on YouTube. YouTube's been like going crazy a little bit lately, just because like I'm sure they had to lay a bunch of people off, and so they haven't been like monitoring a lot of videos and stuff. And so what's happening is some of the creators have been getting their videos just not even be able to be online, because it's just like kind of bots that are doing because you know they like check every video to like if there's anything inappropriate and stuff, so they don't have like live people doing that right now, so they're not going to want to put stuff on that could be potentially like crazy. I don't know why this light is just so bad. Ugh, it's terrible. Maybe I should have parked the other way. I don't know. But that brings me to, okay, hold on. No, that's even worse. Okay, that's better. But then I gotta sit this way. They've slowed down the video stream because there's so many people using it at once. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Like, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, like, even on Instagram, there's been like so many people doing Instagram lives, which I think is good because it gives people something to do, and the like creators are being very creative. Like, I've seen a lot of musicians just like jump in and start doing live concerts, or like online concerts. I've seen people like doing like how-tos, like how to do creative things. I think it's really good. I like it. Now sometimes it gets like somebody's live, somebody's live, somebody's live. So I appreciate you guys coming onto this live because, you know, you could have a bunch of other things to do. So one of the last things I want to talk about is I woke up the other day. Well, it's not random because I watched that Tiger King on Netflix. Have you guys watched it? I got sucked in. Everybody was talking about Tiger King and I was bored, so I watched it. It was crazy. It was a lot of craziness going on. So I don't know why. The next day I woke up and I was like, you know what? It'd be cool if I had a monkey, like a little tiny monkey, as my travel companion, and he could just like sit on my passenger seat and he could be like a traveling monkey with me. And then I looked it up and then I thought better of it because first of all, I didn't know that in the wild those little monkeys last, like, they live between like 15 and 25 years, but if you take really good care of them they could live like to 40 years. So that means like I'm in my 40s, like I'm almost 50, so I'd have that monkey till I was like 90. That monkey could even outlive me. And also, like, these are the things that people don't think about. Like, that monkey's not gonna sit, like, I can't put a seatbelt on that monkey and just be like, sit there, little buddy, and just, you know, drive with me and be quiet and just chill and read a book. Monkeys aren't gonna read books. I mean, that's not a thing. And also, what if anything happened? The monkey gonna outlive you for sure. And also, like, what if something happened? Like, what if, God forbid, like something happened, I had to go to the hospital? I can't just be like, hey mom, can you watch my monkey? Or like some of my friends, you know how people have dogs and they're like, hey, can you watch my dog while I'm on vacation? No, you can't do that with a monkey. that's crazy. Jumping all around the car. Yes, the stream is not on your channel. This stream right here, this stream will be on my channel after it's over. It will, like, it should be on my channel. Like, I don't know where you're watching it, but I'm on YouTube right now. But anyway, and once it's over, it's recorded, so it'll be on my channel. The monkey would be jumping, like you said, the monkey would be jumping all over the car, like just all over, and you're driving. That's dangerous. And I'm like in, you know, like that mode where you just think of like the best case scenario, like, okay, little monkey, it's time for bed. Like, let's curl up in the back seat, and you know, you just like come, you know, have him just in the crook of your arm, and like, that's not a thing. Monkeys are not. You can't tell a monkey like, okay, let's just cuddle up and just be friends. Monkeys do whatever they want to do. So, like, when you see those little monkeys, those like capuchin monkeys, like you've seen them, like I've seen them like at a pumpkin patch or places, and they charge you to take pictures with it. Those people have like probably other animals and other, like, that's like their whole life. So when people are like, oh, I'm gonna get a monkey for a pet, or like a tiger, or like whatever, I don't think people like really like think it through, because that was like just a thought that popped into my head. But then as I started thinking about it, I was like, no, that's not smart. Yes, the only way I was able to see it is because I got a notification. I clicked away and couldn't find it. I had to go to my history to find it live stream. That's weird. I don't know. Like, I know that the live stream shut down for a couple seconds because my phone got too hot because I'm doing it on my phone. And so my phone just shut down. But then once I put it on the air conditioning, which I'll turn down because hopefully it's not loud for you guys. Once I put some like cold air on it, then my phone came on and the live stream was still live and going. So I don't know. Like, I've only been doing these live streams. This is only my third live stream, so I'm still getting used to it. I also like, it's a little more difficult because I do the live streams from different locations, so I really can't just like use my computer, because I mean I could, but then I have to tether my phone to it to get like a connection, and then I'd like, when I show you guys like where I'm at, then I would be, you know, like holding my computer, like, you know, my laptop. This person is just like driving by slow and looking at me when I'm doing. I'm like, hey. Um, so I could use my computer, but it's so much easier with a phone. But it's probably not the most ideal. But it's just a live stream to chit chat, snack chat. You know, just talk about things and um, just try something new for the channel. Because obviously right now everyone is like pretty much on lockdown. So it's like I'm trying to do different things. Do you have self-protection? Stay safe. So when I travel, so right here, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can see it. This is like my little pepper gel, which, you know, it's just pepper spray, but a gel form. Um, and then I do have some protection stuff. Like we talked about this on the first live stream, and like somebody was like, get a gun. And I actually thought about getting a gun, but you can't have guns in all states. Like I travel through all states. Now somebody said you can get like a general permit, but also there's been times where like last year I drove to Vancouver. You can't cross the border with a gun. And also like if I had a gun, it'd be in the glove compartment and I sleep in the back. So like if somebody really wants to like get at you, like they're gonna smash your window and just like, I don't know that you're gonna have time to get that gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't ever feel unsafe, and I'm very cautious when I travel about like where I park, you know, my surroundings. I'm very alert and like, you know, kind of looking around and stuff. So I don't ever feel unsafe. Um, you know, I feel like God will protect me. You know, I feel like it's going to be okay. So I don't really ever worry. I don't have any fear about it. Um, If I had a monkey, maybe he could scratch people. I don't know, but again, we're not going to go down the monkey road. Somebody said get a dog, and I was like, I'm not getting a dog because a dog would just be this kind of like similar. He'd just be like, you know, how sad for that dog. Like it's just like walking back and forth, the front seat, back seat, because I do a lot of driving, and also like if I need to go into like Walmart or like go to the bathroom or go take my shower at Planet Fitness, I can't just take a dog in there. I'm not gonna leave a dog in the car, so that's not a great idea. And I'm not like a super pet person. Like I don't want to just like I don't need a companion. Like I don't feel like I need that. Dogs are cute, but I don't think that's like the best thing for the dog. Um, but I see dogs all the time too. Like I can go pet dogs and whatever. Um, so yeah. Um, so if you guys ever get a chance to come to the desert, I think you should try coming to Joshua Tree because it's a really cool vibe. It's small. Like don't come thinking it's going to be like a bunch of stuff to do, but there's a lot of cool things to do. And if you look it up, there's like this dome place that you can go to. There's like obviously the Joshua Tree National Monument. You have these little shops around here, the art gallery. There's like, oh, you can't see it from here, but there's a gas station and they have one of those tall, like I think I forget how tall he is, but it's on my video that I talked, the Joshua Tree video that I made. He's like an old muffler man. So he used to hold a muffler. He's like very tall. Um, and then they took the muffler out of his hand. So it actually looks pretty cool. And they have those in different cities across the US. So there's one here in Joshua Tree. Um, so as we're doing this like lockdown, I'm trying to come to you guys from like different locations just to show you different things about areas you may not have seen. Hey, Vanessa. Um, so basically, I will be probably coming to you from a lot of desert areas, but I'm trying to mix it up so that you guys can see some cool and unique things. So last week I was in Desert Hot Springs, which is near Palm Springs, and I showed you guys the big, tall, like wind turbine windmills, and that was really cool. So if you haven't seen those before, you can go to my last Saturday's live stream. And this week we're in Joshua Tree. Next week, I'm not sure. Because it's also like not only do I need to drive somewhere, which is fine, but I also need to scope it out to make sure that you can actually be parking in places right now. Hello from Vancouver. Hey, Tyler. Vancouver was beautiful. I really enjoyed Vancouver when I went last year. That was the first time I ever went. I would definitely go back to Vancouver. I liked it a lot. There's also a lot of other places that I want to go to in like Canada, but that was the first time I went to the west coast of Canada. I've been to Montreal plenty of times, and I went to Toronto once. I also want to go to Nova Scotia too. I think that'd be pretty. Gotta know the cheap eats. Yes, indeed. Oh, also, would I go back to Seattle? Yes, I would go back to Seattle. Do you know how long this shutdown is going to last? And if it does last for the rest of the year, are you going to stop traveling for the rest of the year? I personally don't think it's going to last the rest of the year. Um, you know, I'm not a scientist, so everything I say on this live stream, just take it however you want to take it. But um, I feel like it's not going to, and everyone doesn't know like coronavirus protocol or whatever you want to call it. But typically with a virus, it's seasonal, just like the flu. Like when it's summertime, you know, like the virus doesn't enjoy heat, so it dies off faster and easier. So I feel like this is going to be like the flu, and I feel like it's going to kind of phase itself out, and hopefully during that phase out they can develop like a vaccine or whatever to like calm people's nerves and stuff. um, so if it does last, I'm not going to disobey the law. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not going to blatantly just be like F everybody and I'm just going to do it, because it's very difficult to travel when there's no showers. Some of these places have like closed their bathrooms. Like that just makes it harder for me to travel comfortably. It's already hard living in a car and traveling. But when there's a shutdown, that's one of the reasons I ended up driving back, is because everything was closing down. But I don't think it's gonna last like too much longer. But what's really great is that it's giving me time to plan my next journey. And so I'm in the process of doing that now. So my plan is to go to the East Coast and just go like along the side of the United States. I just don't know if I'm going to go through the middle or the top to get there. Was everything shut down on your trip home? Days without a shower would be terrible. So I think I ended up going, was it 2 days or 3 days without a shower, and it sucked. It sucked. Like I literally got home and I just said hi to my dad, and then I was like, I'm going to the shower. Like I felt so grimy. Like every day I would, you know, get my wet wipes and I would just like do a really good thorough job of like cleaning up, but it just, you know how it feels. It's just gross. It just makes you feel just ew. Because I have a Planet Fitness membership and that's where I get my showers. And at first they were staying open. They were committed to staying open. And then at one point they were like, we have to shut down. Like they're telling us we have to shut down. And I was like, ooh, this is bad news. So that's why I was like, okay, I need to hurry up and get home. Um, so yeah, so I don't know, Vanessa, I think it was you that asked me in my IG story about like confirm, let me know if that's true, that you were asking me something about like some of the best food I had on my travels so far, and also would I return to Seattle and the best thing I had in Seattle. I think that's what you asked me. I had a lot of spam on that Instagram story. Like a lot of fake accounts were like, keep up the great work, you're beautiful. And I'm like, I know you're fake. Don't send stupid things like that. Like I want to hear from people that like really have something to say. All right. Okay, cool. So I did like Seattle. Um, like I keep getting Portland and Seattle food mixed up because I was there around the same time, but there was a place, and I feel like it was in Seattle, but there's a place called Marination, and it's like there's more than one location, and it was like Marination Ma Kai. I made a video about it, but it was like, it just sticks in my mind because it was like the best simple thing. It was like Hawaiian rolls, and it had like fried spam, which sounds gross, but it had like fried spam, coleslaw, and some other thing on it. It was delicious, and it was so simple, and it was like $3. It was like a slider, and it was so good, so good. So I would return there. After 3 days I caved in for a shower. Now I shower every other day. $14 a shower, very expensive. um yeah, so one time I called over to like was it Love's truck stop, or what's the other truck stop, the main one, I forget, but it's the truck stop, and they wanted $15 a shower. I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do it. It's too much. I'm very curious about Seattle. I'd love to visit there after all of this virus crap is said and done. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So it is in Seattle. Yeah. Seattle, it was great. When I was there, it was kind of cold because I was there in November. And I was just getting used to living in my car. So it's kind of a blur at this point, but I do remember that. And then another place, which is not in the US, but of all of my traveling, this thing sticks out to me is when I went to Argentina. I went to Buenos Aires, and I had like, it was an Airbnb, but it was an old hotel. So I think some friends got together and bought this old hotel and like rented out these old hotel rooms as Airbnbs. And it was cool. It was cool. Like nobody was like at the front, like there was somebody at the front desk. It's hard to explain, but he wasn't like there 24 hours a day. Um, but anyways, like so I stayed in this little hotel, and then like within walking distance on the corner was this place called Sushi Pop. And they had this like, it was kind of like a poke bowl, but it was better, and it was like this sticky rice, this fresh salmon, and then like a bunch of avocado, like not chintzy at all, like how it is in the US. I mean, like almost a full avocado, and like this, like it was probably like eel sauce, and then like sesame seeds. It is like, it is like a poke bowl, but it was just better. I don't know. It was just better. It was like the best thing I ever had, and I probably had it like 5 times when I stayed there. So that was something I definitely remember. Um, like a lot of the places that I went to on my first journey, I went to Seattle, Portland, Vancouver. That was like I did it in 3 weeks. So that was like my first test to see how it would be living in my car, and just getting used to it, like living in the car. It was just like a mindset or like a mentality, and like I just had to really focus on just making it through the day. So when I was doing that and trying to make YouTube videos and stuff, it's kind of like great, but also like it's a blur. So I would like to go back and give that a try again. But on my next journey, which again, like I said, I want to go to the East Coast. I'm not sure because like I kind of want to go through the top, like go up and like through the top and then just go down. But there's a lot of cool stuff in the middle too. So I don't know, maybe I'll go through the top side and then come back through the middle. I don't know. Because I got to get back to California at some point. So I don't know. I just don't feel like this thing's gonna last like a major long time, but you never know. Got to take off, but we'll see you next week. All right. Thank you for joining today, Tyler. I appreciate it. I think I'm probably gonna end the live stream pretty soon because we talked about kind of a lot of things that I mentioned in my Instagram story. Bye. But if you guys didn't get to see a little bit of Joshua Tree where I'm at, let me know and I'll like go out of my car again and I can show you. Actually, I'll just do it. So for those of you that didn't see, here's Joshua Tree. That's an actual Joshua Tree. That little tree, that tree right there, that spiky one. And that's like the Joshua Tree like gift store, like visitor center gift store. And that colorful bus is like in front of that is the JT Saloon, and that's where you could get like beers and burgers. Over here is that green thing is like an old photo mat booth, and that's the Crochet Museum. And also, let me just roll out the window. Here's like this little like Western facade. These are like little shops. Vanessa, I think you said something. Have you been to Italy, particularly? Let me turn this back around. I have been to Italy 2 times. I have not been to Sicily, which it's on my list. The first time I went to Italy, I was there like a week, and I went to Rome and Florence. And then I went again in 2018 for a month. That was when I did like my big European journey by myself, and it was like crazy. And I went to a lot of places like Rome, Florence, Milan, Bergamo. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. I went to Venice. There was a lot of places that I went to, but Sicily's like way at the bottom, and so I didn't get down there because I was in Italy for a month, and then I was meeting my parents in Ireland because it was their 50th wedding anniversary, and they never went to Europe, so they went there, and I said I'll meet them there. I've only ever been to Sicily. It's where my parents are from. Oh, cool. I'd like to see Rome and Florence and Milan. Yeah, so vice versa. So I'd like to go to Sicily because I heard it's like just totally different. Like all parts of Italy have like different flavors, like different things about them. So Rome was great, but like really busy and like very hot when I went. It was very hot. It was, I think it was August, and it was just like blazing hot, like really unenjoyable. Um, but it's very beautiful. Um, it is. Let me show. Oh yeah, send me pictures. That'd be great. And then Florence is beautiful. Florence is probably one of my favorites. And then I was only in Milan for a day because it was it was my birthday, and I was there, like I was alone, and I was feeling in my feelings. I was like, I'm sad, I'm by myself for my birthday. But I was in Italy, so you know, don't cry for me too much. If you look at anywhere in the world, where would you want to live? Okay, I'll answer that in a second. Um, so I went to Milan because there was this day spa, and I was like, I'm gonna treat myself, and it was so awesome. It had like all these different rooms and stuff, and that was my birthday present to myself. So I like took the train in, did the day spa, and then took the train back to Bergamo because it was way less expensive, and I stayed in an Airbnb back then. That was in 2018. Um, you're having trouble connecting to my video. I see you, Jenna. Hi, Jenna. Jenna's a new friend of mine that I met on this last journey to Jackson when I went to Jacksonville. She's awesome. Um, she's just great, and I made some new friends on my last journey, which was awesome. Where if I could live anywhere in the world, um, it's like such a hard question now because now I don't want to live anywhere in the world. I don't ever want to, like, I don't want to say ever, but I don't feel like I want to settle down anywhere. Now that I've been traveling and living in my car, I feel like to stay in one space now, I think it makes me feel antsy. Like I don't want to even be in one spot. Like I always wanted to live in the San Diego area, like get an apartment on the beach, whatever. And I had that before I started traveling. And hi, Jenna. Okay, I'm glad you can see me. I had this super nice, really beautiful apartment 10 minutes from the beach, and I was paying like over $3,000 a month. I had a job that I was, you know, just like whatever about. And like, I was probably the most depressed, like when I lived there. Not because it was not what I wanted. It's just like I was just in one spot, and like I didn't have a lot of friends. You know, it just like, it doesn't matter if you are the best place in the world, but if you feel lonely or depressed and you just don't, like, you're not fulfilled, it just doesn't matter. And that's when I decided to like start traveling and like start doing stuff. And so it's just like been like a full-on journey. um so I always said I want to live near the beach, and I do. But I just can't see myself at this point in my life just like settling into one spot. Like after this car journey and I start making money on YouTube and like start doing like some things, then I want to get a van because that'll be like more comfortable. And then maybe once I'm done with van life, maybe I'll like graduate to like an RV, because I feel like I'm always going to want to try new places and also continue to travel overseas too, because I just started that like a year ago. How do you make it work financially? So um, how I make it work financially is through donations, generous donations from snack pack people like that are watching my videos. And people have been super generous in terms of like, I always put a link in my description, and so that's the snack fund. So sometimes people will give me like a $25 gas card, or you know, treat me out to a meal. Jenna has been like gracious. Like a lot of people have been super gracious to me. Like there's times people let me stay with them, or they've, you know, just taken me out for meals, or sent me money to, you know, to use for snacks or something. It's been great. And then before I quit my job, I did have some savings. So I'm very, very frugal. Like I'm very good with my money. Like I don't overspend. I don't do like, I don't know. I don't buy like luxury things. It's just like, it's not something I even want. So every money that I have and every money I receive, I use it for food and gas. And like if something breaks, like like right now I'm gonna need new windshield wipers because it's, you know, it's spring and it's probably gonna start raining and stuff. But like that's why I'm working so hard at this YouTube channel, because I want to um, get it monetized so that the ads on YouTube will pay me, so I don't have to worry about like getting donations. So that's how I make it work. But you know, my savings is dwindling, so I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this without getting a job. But I'm gonna keep working at it and just do the best that I can. So it's been good. Like I feel blessed, and I don't worry about it. Like God's got everything under control, so I don't worry about it at all. So yeah. So anyways, I'm glad you guys joined on the live stream today. Do you guys have any like final questions? Because it's hot out here and I have the air just going. But it's actually really nice today. Usually the desert is very, very hot, but it's 62 degrees and it's lovely. But sitting in the car, I mean, you know, it's hot. Um, but I appreciate you guys being here on the live stream. If you guys want to keep up with me, like definitely follow me on Instagram, because I do post a lot of stories on Instagram in between my videos, and then I post videos usually 3 times a week on YouTube. So don't forget to like and subscribe on this so that you'll know, and hit the notification bell so that way you'll know every time a new video is coming out. But I do appreciate you guys coming on to the live stream and just all your questions and support and stuff like that. I know it's a hard time for a lot of people just going through this lockdown. Um, so just do what you can to stay sane and try to stay connected to other people. I actually signed up for Meals on Wheels, not to receive it, but to be a driver. They haven't gotten back to me yet because I don't know if they're accepting new people right now. But I did sign up for that because I want to be of service. And then also next week I'm going to go and give blood, because I just like want to do whatever I can. I'm not afraid of this virus at all. Like I don't have any fear towards it, and I am following the protocols. Like I'm social distancing. I'm not, you know, going around people. And when I go to the store, I wear the latex gloves and stuff, just because I want to, you know, put everybody else at ease that's really worried about it. But I personally, I feel like this is a good time, if you feel comfortable doing it, to try to be of service, because there's a lot of people, like especially the elderly, that are sitting at home, and first of all, they probably don't get visitors in general. And then during this time, it's probably worse, and they need, you know, they need help. So I want to do my part wherever I can. So if you are able to donate blood, because they are in high demand or high need for blood, if you can give blood, go do so. Or if you can serve in any way, maybe check with your local areas to see if they're accepting volunteers. A lot of people, a lot of places are not accepting volunteers because of, you know, trying to keep everybody safe. But at the same time, if they do need volunteers, it's a good time to do it. So any other last questions before I wrap it up? It's funny because I'm sitting over here and I'm just seeing like regular people just still out. And I'm like, are people just out like driving, or are they just, I don't know what they're doing. But as I mentioned in the beginning of this live stream, um, I'm in Joshua Tree, California, which is known for the Joshua Tree National Park or National Monument. And people are still coming from like LA or other parts of California or even other states, and they're trying to go into the park, but it's closed. It's closed. It, like, their website even says it's closed, and there's big signs, like even here it said go home, and up there at the entrance, there's like all these like barriers saying it's closed, and people are still going up there and pitching their tents in people's yards. Like, don't do that. That's people, like, people live up there. Before you get into the park, there's people's houses. So like, you know, I think people need to be cautious of what they're trying to do right now, because you can't just go park and, you know, pitch your tent in somebody's yard. That's rude. um, so I don't know, uh, but it's nice out here. I think if you ever get a chance to come to Joshua Tree, then give it a try. So any last questions before I go for the day? I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of this day, but I do need to film some videos and some video intros. I have a lot of footage from my last journey. I have like a month's worth of videos still, so I'm still going to be posting videos 3 times a week, and I just need to record the intros to them, so I'm probably going to do that today. So yeah. So I don't see any other questions coming in, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. But I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me today and chit-chatting on the snack chat. And I'll come to you next Saturday from another location. I don't know where, but I'll figure it out. And until next time, have a blessed day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.